Coming to you from the historic Hart Building in Marysville, California, in Studio 93, In the Tank with Fish, with your host, Bob Fischetti.
Well, welcome to another, I always say this, right? Exciting adventure of In the Tank with Fish. I never know how exciting it's going to be, but it's always fun. To me, it's always fun, and I hope to you guys it's fun. And so Kurt, who is very kind to me, has given me a sign, right? So that I can now say this. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment. I could get it. I love it, Kurt. That was perfect.
Did I leave anything out?
No, not that I know of. I think it's the only 4. You know, it's like send money. I mean, I could probably do that. Anyway,
you should always add send money.
My guest today, I just met this gal, and she is high speed, low drag. I mean, she's got it. So she is the new, what do they call your job?
Executive director.
Oh, executive director.
Very fancy title.
Yeah, you got to have that, right?
You do.
Of United Way. It is Terra Art. Terra Art. She sounds like a masterpiece.
Well, thank you.
It's
You know what? I
Terra Art.
almost heard that canned applause in the background.
We tell
when
them
you
to
said
be quiet.
that.
We just they make noise.
Felt like
So Tara, I ended up meeting you by doing the morning interviews.
Yes.
But we have to be so quick there. So here we don't have to be. So I'm going to start off with, where were you raised?
I was raised in Sassoon City, California.
Oh, so you're a California girl.
I am a California girl. Actually, I was born in Nevada.
What?
I am battle born. Yeah, that's a thing. People are very proud. Native Nevadian. There's not a lot of them. I was born in Reno, but we moved here when I was 4.
So you've grown up here,
I
went
did.
to school here.
I'm a Californian, yeah.
So did everything happen there? I mean, did you go to school there, graduated from the high school there?
Yeah, Fairfield High. Yeah. Class not gonna say.
Would you- My wife is actually from Pinole.
Okay.
She graduated from Richmond. I think it was John F. Kennedy High School.
Yeah.
She graduated in Richmond.
Yeah.
But
On the other side of the Carquinez Bridge.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's totally, we're done down there. I'm done. She
Yeah.
may want to go visit.
Yeah,
but
no, Pinole and Richmond are a different area now than
She said it got
probably
pretty
when she
rough.
was- Yeah,
pretty rough.
I mean, in the time I got there, I mean, where I grew up in Sassoon has gotten really, really rough. I mean, it's a very different place than where I grew up.
So how did the little California girl from there move east and end up here?
That is a really long story with a lot of different stops along the
So
way.
it wasn't a direct move.
No, there was no direct. I have always been in search of happiness. You know, aren't we all? Aren't we all? And throughout all that venture, I found myself here in Yuba City. And one of the big things I think that I found, though, in life with happiness is truly giving back. Money doesn't buy happiness. You can make a lot. I know people are going to think I'm crazy for saying that, because some people do, but it really does not. It buys stuff that will give you temporary happiness. But at the end of the day, unless you're taking the time to truly give back, whatever that looks like to you, whatever your passion is, giving back changes how you feel on the inside.
There's a scripture says it's better to give than to receive.
Mm-hmm.
And, I have found that there is, like you said, happiness. Happiness depends on happenings.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the joy of giving, really, I love the Christmas season, which we're coming up on here.
It is my favorite time of the year as
My
well.
tree went up right after, actually, it went up the day of Halloween.
I'm not mad at that. If I had a fake tree, it would have gone up too.
I know, yeah, and it's like everything changed. So anyway, so that giving thing, it changes your life. You look at life differently. And all of a sudden, it's not, what do I have? It's, what do I have I can give? Right? And you start
Yeah.
thinking, you know.
It
right?
is. Because, I mean, I was very blessed in my career. I worked for 20 years for Verizon Wireless. And I worked my way up to their highest sales rep. And I was dealing with huge corporations and huge multi-million-dollar deals. And although it was exciting to, you know, come up with solutions for their problems, there was just no joy in it. And so that's when I started volunteering. And so I mean, you know, I found that with that job came, I could buy myself all of that luxury that I wanted. And as much as I would do it, it just was not filling the holes that needed, you know, my heart that needed to be filled. So
I think we want to know we have purpose and we make a difference.
Yeah.
And all the places that we can give, do that. I'm sure you're really thrilled that you've ended up in a position that that's what it does. So
Yes.
your job actually is doing something you like to do.
Yes, I actually feel really, really blessed that I've been able to make pivots in my life that have gotten me to where I could. Because one of my dreams was when I did finally figure out what fulfilled my heart was, you know, helping others in any way, shape, or form that was. And the fact that I've been able to come in with this organization and do it alongside with being a real estate agent in the area truly fills my heart, because all the networking that I'm already doing and out there talking to people, and I love connecting things. I constantly keep little tidbits of every conversation I'm having with people in somewhere. I don't know where I'm filing it at this point. But
You're
it's
not
in
a
there
real
somewhere.
blonde. Did I say that?
Yeah, you did. You did. You
I
called
can't
me out
believe
on
I
that.
said
That's okay.
that.
That's all right. The roots are a little. I'll have to call my guy. But I mean, you know, I keep those little bits because I get such joy in connecting people, not in any way that benefits me or even necessarily benefits the United Way. That is my goal, though, is to utilize those skills towards benefiting the United Way for our local area. But I'm just constantly wanting to connect people. It's one of my favorite things to do.
So you were doing real estate.
Yes.
When did you move to Yuba City?
5 years ago,
Oh, okay.
COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, COVID
so
story.
when you got here, were you already a real estate agent?
No, I was not. I was working for Verizon at the time.
So the transition happened here.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And so why real estate? Just because that's part of your
why
wanting to
not?
connect, huh?
It is part of my wanting to connect, and I don't do. It's not that I don't do houses. I don't want to make it sound like that. I'm focused on commercial real estate because with my business to business selling and working with, you know, corporations and different businesses of all different verticals and types, I truly love working with business owners and seeing businesses come to this town and flourish and move in.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen Plumas Street at all lately. I'm going to change the channel for a second.
Do it.
Plumas Street has become a place I'm going 4 or 5 nights a week. I mean, what the Downtown Business Association has done with our Plumas Street in Yuba City is absolutely phenomenal. It is family friendly. They are driving us out there with new businesses coming in, like the pizza joint that just came in, the new coffee joint that just came in. I mean, just things like that are coming in and banning tobacco.
I just want to tell you, I'm a bit of a pizza prima donna.
Okay, I can imagine that.
You know, I was born in Brooklyn, and
I hear their pizza's okay.
And when people tell me it's New York style pizza, it's like, we're gonna find out, right? So I had heard about the new pizza place, and now I'm gonna forget the name of it.
Celestine's.
Yeah.
Celestino's.
Yeah, and so I went over and met them. I asked them if they want to come on the air. So my wife and I tried to get there, couldn't find a parking spot, so we left. And then we went the next time, finally got a parking spot. So I'm in there talking to a guy, and he said, we got like 100 parking spots
Yeah, I was
behind
like,
it.
did you not go in the back?
No, you go behind the building. So I'm just letting everybody know.
Yeah, park in the back.
Two things. One, it's outstanding pizza. It is good pizza.
It is good pizza.
Period. Good pizza. And then secondarily, don't try to park out front. Go around back.
Go in the back.
You know, be like a local, come in the back, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Inquiring
great.
minds want to know, did you have the cannoli?
Yes, I did.
It's amazing.
So the I like the cannoli, but for me it was too sweet. It was too much sugar.
Oh, okay.
And so there's different cannolis.
Yes, there is.
And I can't remember which one because I asked for one. They said, "Oh, let us suggest one," but I'm not a sweets guy, right? And so. Now my wife loved hers, right? She was like, "Whoa, this is great."
It was really good.
Yeah, but I was like, ugh, it's like, ugh.
A little too sweet.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
the pistachio
but
kind of guy.
really well done. The way, super good stuff.
Good shell. It had the nice crispiness,
Yeah.
the filling, and they fill them fresh there for you. So it's not like something that's sitting there. They take the time to get the shell, fill it with the fresh, whatever they call that stuff.
I was really surprised because when the guy pushed the cannoli, he said, "Leave the gun, take the cannoli."
Oh, that's fun.
He didn't say that.
It's like, wow, you just got him coming at you. I just get what can I get you today? A take by order.
So, yeah, you're right. So it's great to see that stuff. I'm watching the same thing starting to happen here on D Street.
I agree.
Where new businesses are going in. Matter of fact, we're going to do something that I'm actually. So we're going to do a live, a 2.5-hour radio broadcast from Paloma's Cantina.
Nice.
On Candy Cane Lane.
Yeah.
I got a musician that's going to be in there. He'll be playing great old Christmas music.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
He does jazz. He can sing Nat King Cole. He can sing anything.
That's amazing.
Going to be there, and a local comedian is going to do the emceeing. And I want to do that where we can begin to tell people. So I was talking to the new owner of Sopa Thai, which is over on Plymouth Street.
Yeah.
And he said, "Come do that for us." Right. So
Yeah.
I've already found another musician that I want to use to do it. And I mean, it's just live. I mean, that's just great stuff.
Yes.
We can do live.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, I also have a great one too for he does down at City Cafe, and he's done some events for me as well. He's really great.
A musician.
Yes, a musician. He's a one-man show.
I wonder if I know him.
He's pretty awesome. He's fun. He did a Rotary party for us once, and I know he does out at City Cafe. He did my friend's wedding. Yeah, he's great. Out of Chico.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
We got a lot of great local talent.
We do, and I think it's important that we take the time to do it and showcase them and get out. And I'm just really happy to see. So going back to why I want to do real estate is. One, I like to work for myself. I have years and years and years of sale, and I want to do something that makes me happy at this point, and bringing businesses to a town that my daughter is growing up in, and that I see people that just really love this town and love this community. So why don't we make it where we have somewhere for the teens to hang out, and somewhere that the young moms and dads want to take their kids, because there's arcade games there, and there's something to do on a Friday night at all. I was trying to think instead of XYZ, but we don't really have an XYZ. We don't have a bowling alley in direct area. I mean, we can go to Calusa, we can go to Sacramento, but
because we used to have a bowling alley and an ice skating rink, a roller rink.
Yeah.
And I think people thought, wow, they're passé, and maybe the attendance wasn't up. But every generation changes, and kids have different interests.
Yeah.
And then, if you can, I just feel like I got 2 grandsons, 3 grandsons, but 2 of them are teenagers. And I love it when they come up here, but, I want stuff for them to do.
Yeah.
Right? Let's go do stuff. Like they come up for the Peach Festival and stuff like that. They came up for the Veterans Parade. And
that's a fun time.
Oh my gosh, Veterans Parade was awesome. So I want to get back to you though, because so you have a daughter.
I do have a daughter. I do just have one. She's what brought me to this. No, she is 7. She's going to be 8 next month. Yeah, she's in that really fun age.
Oh yeah. So you're in the process of saying she's going to be a teen. I'm looking for stuff.
I am, but it's also like I'm looking for the 8-year-old, on her father's side, she has a brother and sister that are older, right? So her sister is at the cusp of that teenage years. And I have friends that have kids in this area that are all in that right in that preteen, era. And how do we make this fun and safe and teach them? Because I may have been a troubled youth. I know, not me. But, because I didn't have things.
I wasn't a troubled youth. I was a youth that caused trouble. It was like, we won't go into that. But
Yeah. That's a whole different story for a different day. But, I think it's important to give them options, right? And to give them options that have their friends there and that have family, maybe even cost effective. It's a very hard time in our society right now, no matter what career field you're in.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I've talked to a lot of small business owners, and 93Q is a nonprofit, and how difficult it is right now for nonprofits, for small businesses. And so, I believe it'll change. I really do. But at the same time, we live in California. So you get a change, you get a raise, and then
everything else goes up.
Yeah. And so there is that element that's there. But at the same time, this community is tight-knit and helps each other.
They do.
So I have to ask, Tara, how did the transition happen to United Way? I can hear your heart and see it. I can tell you, I feel like that would be a good fit. If I was the people picking for the next person, man, I would have gone, just pick her. You don't need to see anybody else pick her, because you have the right heart for what it takes for a nonprofit that receives and gives, right?
Yeah.
So, but how did you end up there from real estate? Did you sell them a building? What did you do?
That would have been great, actually, at this time in the economy. No, actually, so with all the pivoting and the changing that the United Way is doing, I volunteer a lot. And so a couple of the board members, people that I did not know, had noticed me at a event and had suggested to their president that I put in an application for the job, so just like they would like to think about.
You were already volunteering, so they...
Yeah, I was already volunteering for the United Way and the food bank and things like that. And so I was already volunteering in lots of different avenues. And at the time, I thought, well, it never hurts to put in an application. It's a part-time thing. I think at that time they were looking at a 3 to 6 month stint. So I just put in my application, and a lot of pivoting changed, and they said, well, we're kind of actually looking for a part-time person, not someone to come on for 3 to 6 months. And, we really want to see if we can turn the ship around with the changing times. And I always said, I think I could do that part-time because I can still do real estate and be a mom and do all the things that I have on my list. And let's give it a go. I have a lot of business in my past, and I've helped a lot of businesses with different revenue streams and things like that. And it's kind of what I do well, is help, come up with creative ideas for you to come up with new revenue. And so,
Can we be friends?
Yes,
absolutely. I have a nonprofit. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
She's talking. I'm thinking, I hate to say, it's a horrible thing to say. All of a sudden, her face changed to a $. Sign.
It's all right.
How did that happen?
That's all right. As long as you're going to buy the next building from me, we're all right with my $ signs.
I have a building in mind. We'll talk.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's really cool because you were already connected. It seems like you must be phenomenal at time management. Because you like you said, you have a daughter.
Yes.
You're doing real estate, and real estate can be on again, off again, where, all of a sudden you got a bunch of people looking, and then, right? And then United Way. So it's almost a blessing that it ended up being part-time.
It is a little bit of a blessing.
But ultimately you realize they're going to want you full time. You realize that, right?
You know what I'm able to do in a part-time day, most people couldn't do in a full-time day. No, I wake up bouncing off the wall. I really do. I've been up since 4 a.m.
Kurt, get that coffee cup away from her. Get it. No coffee for this woman.
I've already had a lot of it. I probably don't need any more, actually. But yeah, no, I bounce off the wall. I'm ready to take on things. My mind never stops.
Yeah.
I have ideas constantly all the time. I know you've already mentioned that you have a nonprofit. I've already told you, I say we have a dinner. You know where I think the dinner should be, and you know I would get the sponsorship, and it would be amazing. We'll have Nicoletti cook.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
Event of the season. You just pick the month. We'll make it happen.
All right. Spaghetti with Fischetti. It's coming up.
Spaghetti with Fischetti. And you even came up with the name. How funny is that?
No, actually, somebody else came up with that.
That's a good one, though. I like that.
Because we did a fundraiser.
Okay.
And what I did was I had a table because I wanted the long Italian family.
Yeah.
Right? And so we did 2 dinners back to back, so we could only fit 40 people.
Yeah.
And since then, I've had people say, well, Fish, how come I didn't get invited? I only had so many invites. I opened it up and it filled up like that.
Yeah. So we got to figure out a bigger table. So I know Dinner in the Orchard, they do one big long table. Sometimes 2, but they do have a whole orchard. That's very different.
Vineyard. We need to do a vineyard.
Oh, yeah, a vineyard.
Come on, vino
with the vines.
Yeah. Local winery. I think there's several local wineries.
There is several. There's Munger's. There's, I never say it right, Silicia. I think I spelt it right, though.
Oh, I don't know. I've heard of it.
Sicilia.
Sicilia.
Sicily.
It's from.
Yeah.
They're probably Sicilian.
Yeah, they probably are. We'll just go with that. But yes, lots of local wineries. We could do something fun.
So I have to. All right. So my wife tells me I can tell you're asleep when your foot stops moving. And you seem like that kind of person.
Yeah, pretty much.
Constantly moving. I totally relate. My mind is. I'm doing like 4 or 5 different things.
Yeah.
Here, besides radio station, we got the podcast room. I've got another podcast room upstairs. I plan on working Kurt to death, right? Until he can't.
Not to death. We like him. Huh? Like within an inch of his life.
Yeah, close, right?
Yeah, close.
And so
just bring him back.
Yeah, so I get that. That you, when the mind, it's like sleep is really good.
Yes.
Because it's the only time I shut down.
Yeah.
But there's always something to do. So for you to step into United Way was like, it's just this big open, anything's possible. You don't seem like the kind that is stuck in the past. You have a past.
Yeah.
And you have pulled from it.
Yeah.
But you don't live there.
No. There's an expression. What is it? If you have one leg in yesterday and one leg in tomorrow, you're doing something on today.
Yeah.
I'll let you fill in the blank.
I got that.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. But
it's really true.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to look forward because that's the direction you're traveling.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, but you have to focus on the today and what you're doing right now. And sometimes it's just focusing on one item because the world can be overwhelming. And some days you can be overwhelmed. I manage 5 email accounts. But, I just think, okay, what's the most important thing today? What needs to happen right now?
I think you're almost forced into that.
Yeah.
If you're forward thinking, right? Because there's always, and that stuff excites me. And it's like,
yeah, I get very excited.
We can do that.
Yeah.
It's like when I heard about podcasts.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do one, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought podcasts got to be fun because we do 15 minutes in a radio station, but here we
I
get
could talk
time.
about myself for hours, Fish. You just tell me when she's not available, your co-host, Andrea, I will hop on by. As you can see, I love talking.
And you're good at it.
Oh, good. Hey, I'll take that as a compliment from somebody who does it for a profession.
So with United Way, it's almost like you were a perfect fit. People saw that and said, just put her in. She's already volunteering. Put her in. And so you had to, one more time, jockey your schedule, because now I have the real estate, I have a daughter, I have things, I have life, friends, family, right? But now I have this. And that, with me, it's like that would open a whole bunch of other doors. So it's not just a part-time job. It's like all of a sudden all these doors go click, 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 click. So that had to be just fun for you, but at the same time,
I'm having a blast.
I believe it.
I am. But you're right. It was, it has already kind of been a domino effect because through my history of just volunteering, I've met wonderful people like John Nicoletti, Jackie Silman, who have just really carved the way of what a true pillar of the community is. And, stealing from their examples and kind of figuring out. And there's just so much in this community in my short 5 years. I still haven't even unwound it all. And I don't think anybody could. But this community is just so amazing, and just watching it unfold in front of me, utilizing my Verizon, because at Verizon, I did business to business sales in this community, and then, Colusa County, Sutter County, and Yuba County. So I was able to meet people that you wouldn't normally see at the normal event fundraisers we are in, companies that do want to give back to the community and how they can, and just kind of looking to bring all of those together too.
I think that I've always felt like it's really who you know in life.
Yeah.
And so how you treat people generally is how you're going to get treated. And so when an opportunity came up to do a nonprofit radio station, I had done commercial radio, and I just found too many glitches, too many limitations, too many, this is how you do it. And I knew I wanted to be able to do something different, right?
Yeah.
Even putting a camera. We started out with a little Mevo in there to do the interviews. So now we're radio you can see.
Yeah.
And so I feel like when you get put in a position and you have creative abilities, you just start creating.
Yeah.
And I can just see you creating.
Yeah. I've already created something. I'm really excited. I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook, because that's, really how we get things out in this community. I went to a fundraiser last Thanksgiving weekend in Coos Bay, Oregon. My sister lives there. And I thought it was crazy, but I'm always in for a good fundraiser. She planned it. It was at an old movie theater in Coos Bay downtown. And it's the movie Elf. And to enter, you bring in a pair of white socks. And then there's a snowball fight. And I was like, okay, they're socks. They want socks. It was the most fun I have seen on the faces of children. Yes, they did. And they had a snowball. It was amazing. So they announced it at the beginning of the movie. They paused the movie for 2 minutes. It's 53 minutes into the movie is the snowball fight. They paused the movie. They let the kids have a 2-minute snowball fight with these socks. Fish, there was socks everywhere. The floor was littered in socks. I was hiding like this with my head covered and my camera in the air because I wanted to be able to watch the excitement, and I captured a lot of it. But there was just, full on snowball fight in this movie theater with these socks, and at the end, all of the socks got donated. So it was Game 6 of the Dodger World Series. I'm sitting there going, I want to do this fundraiser. How do I do it? And who would I give the socks to? Because, United Way, we're local.
Yeah.
Who would do something with the socks? So I text Brian Davis from Be Extra, and I said, hey, I got an idea. Let me know when you can talk. And he said, I can talk right now. And we got on the phone and we made this call so quick because we're both Dodger fans. And I know that might not go great in this town, but we both are.
I refuse to boo. Being a Cardinals fan and my wife a Giants fan, I get it.
I mean, 2 World Series back to back. There's some talent there. There's some talent. I just gonna leave that there. But so we were like, let's get off the phone because we want to watch Game 6. And through all of that, family, Jim King, John Nicoletti, and this just amazing community, the Takana Family Farm is available. It is at the corner of George Washington and Lincoln. Kitty corner from the ranch house. So it's George Washington and Franklin.
Franklin, yeah.
Not on Lincoln. Don't go there. Go up one. We are going to show the movie Elf in the orchard. We are doing it Elf-tastic Orchard, and we are going to ask for people to bring white socks. We are going to have a snowball fight out in the orchard, and we are going to donate all of those socks afterwards. If you cannot afford to bring socks, come. We will have food vendors for cheap, popcorn for cheap.
I was just thinking of Aaron Walrath, who has the Twin Cities Rescue Mission.
Yeah.
All those guys, great place to give socks, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's different entities that are already, that are ready right here.
Yeah.
These guys will wear these socks, right, whatever. But I just think, what a clever idea, balling up socks like it's a snowball. That's just, you can do it in the summer.
Yes.
I mean,
how fun.
And then something to donate. Yeah, Brian's really good at that stuff.
Yeah, well, I know he started with shoes, which is why I thought of calling him. And it's that local thing, right? You know, I know these local things. I have crazy ideas. And the cool thing is that not only did he pick up my crazy idea, I have seen this community come together in a more beautiful way. So that event is on November 28th. It is the Friday night after Thanksgiving when nobody's doing anything.
Yeah.
Because we're not raising money. We're collecting socks and family fun. That's it. We want to collect some socks to give to people that need, and I'm sure Brian is already working with those organizations. And if not, we'll connect after this and make sure we have them.
You know, because I want to make this clear too. Maybe you can't get out there to do the snowball fight.
Yeah.
But if you got a bunch of white socks.
Brand new white socks, please.
Yeah. Then you've got an opportunity.
Yes, donate them. And Rotary Club of Yuba City has paid for the licensing for the Elf movie, as well as Rotary Club of Marysville is going to donate socks. United Way is providing popcorn for very low sales, and any cash will be awarded to be extra at the end.
I think that for you to be at an event, capture it, and repeat it is just.
And that's
I mean,
really,
come on, it's fun. I mean, when you said that,
I think it's just about having fun.
I made a connection. There's an old theater in Calusa. I don't know if it's still open, but
they use it as a church. I've already wanted to duplicate this in Calusa, and I think it's in good standing. I'm actually going out there tomorrow.
Okay, because there was a young guy. This has been years ago when I was on talk radio, and I interviewed him, and he was a young guy that ran it. So I went out there and talk about nostalgia, and he took me upstairs and showed me, because they were doing the film stuff and how they get them and everything.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is such a great old theater. So a church is using it now?
Yeah, so from what I've heard within my talks, because I said, listen, I've been telling people I want to do this. It's Sutter style. We're doing it in the orchard. This family that was given this land a long time ago has an old orchard that had died off. They've cleared out a lot of the trees. I mean, it is truly going to be a good time. We just pray for no rain.
Yeah.
But I want to duplicate that in Yuba County, right? Because there is families out here in Yuba County that cannot get out to Sutter County, and I want to duplicate this in Calusa County because it's about United Way is local, and we are about making sure that families can come out and that we are engaging families in the right way with the right things. This is a smoke-free, alcohol-free event. We don't always have those with fundraisers. So this is one that I truly, comes from my heart because my daughter will be there with me. She'll be volunteering.
Snowballs at you.
She will. She probably will. She will get all of her friends to do it too, and they will have a blast. But I think you're going to see a lot more of that because I do want to know what people are doing at other fundraisers, because why rewrite the wheel if people know how to do it fun, safe, and family friendly? Let's go. Let's have fun. Let's change the way that we're seeing fundraising in this community, right? Because we're a great community in fundraising, but we're kind of tired. It's the same events. And although great events, because I do the crab feed for the Rotary, and I want to take this second to plug it because Fish, we gave $60,000 to local setters students, the Rotary Club of Yuba City last year. And we have funded that every year with our crab feed, which is huge. I am running it this year. It will be a good time.
When
I
is
promise you. It is February 7th. The tickets just
That'll be
went
here
live.
before we know it.
It will be. It's going to be out on our social media. It will be out in the Appeal Democrat. I'll get you information with all of it.
So they do that. Crab feed's done at the fairgrounds.
We
right?
sure do, yeah. And we just redid the entire sound system through a Rotary project last year through emergency services, because if anything does happen, right, that's going to be where people are going to be told in Sutter County to go. And so we wanted to make sure that you could understand what people are telling you through the sound system. So Rotary actually did a huge project of Yuba City, and we redid the entire sound system in that fairgrounds. It's amazing.
That's good because we've done announcing for them periodically.
Yeah.
So you go in that little booth and do the announcing. And unfortunately, it's like, hey, there's going to be, and what you hear is, yeah. So
it was like Charlie Brown's teacher talking to you. Wah, 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 wah.
I'm actually, I'm so excited. So I just met with the new management team for the High Wheelers. I love baseball.
Oh, yeah.
I love baseball.
I loved the High Wheelers last year.
And I had a chance when they first, we actually put them on the air. We broadcast their games. And so it's just, we've had great baseball here.
Yeah.
But I'm down watching the first pitch and I hear it hit the mitt and I'm like, that was over 90 miles an hour.
That's baseball.
Yeah, it's baseball,
Yeah.
right? And so actually I'm meeting with Todd Coonan today, who is the typical announcer. He's announced for the Gold Sox and Drakes, and he's really good at it. So I'm meeting with him today because we're actually going to do a sports show. And,
How nice.
And so I look at all these different connections. And I'm bringing this all up because the community's growing in wonderful ways. And if you're looking, you'll see it.
Yeah.
You're seeing these organizations, these nonprofits, moving into areas. We just had the Yuba River Endowment on the air this morning. And, they gave money to a little Presbyterian church that started, they have a little food bank. They're connected with the food bank. They have a food pantry, they call it.
Yeah.
And it's it's not just one entity. It's all the entities that they touch. So the food bank it's like the hub of the wheel.
Yes.
And so whenever we can help, then it helps others. We don't always see that. And I just feel like, honestly, Tara, more and more, this community is getting connected. And it takes people like you that can see not just one entity, but see the advantage of everywhere that it connects. It's like, you see an event up in Coos Bay, you come back here, I got this idea, and you think of Brian.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, okay, so then he'll think of somebody, right?
And he did. I mean, it was a snowball. I'll share with you the flyer
Snowball.
after
You did
that.
not say snowball.
I mean, I might have been punny right there. I was sticking with the model. I did. I'm cheesy and I love it. You know what? I got a chance. I got invited to Adventure Church to do the Live to Lead. I don't know if you saw that on Facebook.
I saw it was somebody that was at the event.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was Cynthia Rachel.
Yeah.
And so she had a thing and she said, I took off work to go to this, but it didn't really say what it was.
So it is a leadership course. I'm not sure the background of it all. It was a last minute invite. There was a lot of leaders from different nonprofits in the market, as well as businesses, local businesses that we have. It was amazing. But one of the things it did, and it's kind of like one of those satellite trainings, right? You get the big speakers are broadcasted on the big screen. And then in between, we had local, Jeff Stevens came up and spoke about Starting Say Love, Amanda Husted, who's the executive director. A lot of people like that came up and were able to speak. Cameo, who owns Electronic Playground, things like that. We're all able to speak. Jake Living Good, who's also owner. Anyways, a lot of those people were up there and they were speaking. And but the CEO, one of the big speakers that was on the screen, was the CEO for Savannah Bananas.
Oh,
I want to be him when I grow up. So much so because I respect that he throws crazier stuff at the wall than I ever would, because I would never have thought of putting underwear over or, holding up a baby at a live event and, all the things that he's thought. But he tries new things. But I think the big thing that comes across is fans first, right? It's community first.
Yep.
It's not about me or my priorities. It's the United Way is about uniting people. And nothing to say about how Bob did it. Bob did an amazing job. What I want to do is take it to the new donor generation and make it. I want to stand side by side with our nonprofits. I want to showcase them. I want people to, people like Be Extra. People have seen him doing things, but I want to stand behind him as United Way and say, this guy's doing things in our community. How can we take that to the next level and join forces?
That's part of being able to have a nonprofit radio station. I was a pastor for over 30 years. I had Mother Goose Preschool and Basis Beyond Private Ed, which were around for 55 years. And I was able to see the advantage of nonprofits, but I could never make the connection with, so how did they get promotion? So normally with radio, they do a PSA. And sometimes the PSAs are free. Sometimes they charge them. And so one of the first person that I ran into after I got the station, we got it up and going, was a little gal. I can't remember her first name now, but her last name was Brown. And she was doing the Relay for Life for cancer.
Okay.
And so I sat down and I'm talking to her. And all of a sudden, it hits me, if she has to pay for advertisement, that's going to take money out of what they're raising money for research. So that became really the core of why I try to do the interviews, try to do that. And it sounds like you get it as well.
Yeah.
United Way is a nonprofit. So you can see the purposes behind nonprofits and how can you help them as well.
Yeah. And
I think it's what we do together as a community. How can we help each other? Everybody's got a little piece. Everybody does something different. Right? I mean, I've been amazed at one of the first ones I had to ask them what. I think it's a Lions Club in Olivehurst. They were doing a fundraiser and I asked them what for and they said, we buy glasses for kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never heard that. I never heard somebody say, well, we found a hole.
Yeah.
And we're raising money and we're going to make sure kids that can't afford glasses get glasses. I was like, I love this. And that's part of the fabric of this community. It's who we are.
It is.
People will find a hole, and you're one of those ones.
Yeah.
You're going to, I mean, if there's a hole, you're going to go stick your finger in it, and then finger in another hole, a toe in another one. You'll be like,
Play Twister.
How do we take care of this? I love it. You're the right person at the right time, Tara. I agree with you. Bob Marlin did a great job.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But it's a different generation. It's a different time. Things are changing. And if we don't move with the changes, I could have done radio just like radio, but I knew there was something moving. Yeah. I knew I needed to do podcasts. I need to do this because I know it's valuable, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, that's why I want to do local TV. I got
I love that
close.
idea.
I'm
Count
close.
me in.
You're in.
I'm in. Count me in.
You're going to be the news girl.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Do not Don't tempt me.
I already found the weather girl. I don't even know if she wants to do it, but I told her, come on, you're going to be the weather girl.
Yeah, no, I want to be the news person.
Yeah, because I have a choice. I can either have a weather girl or I can have Kurt. I like Kurt.
Kurt's great.
He's great on radio.
He's great. I think he'd be.
He's a great.
I think he'd be a cute weather girl. We could put him in a dress.
Oh no, you don't have to. He plays bagpipes. He'll wear a kilt.
Oh, come on.
He's
That's
in already. And I haven't seen his legs, but I've heard.
I bet they're stunning.
Probably.
I bet they are. I bet you he rocks the kilt well.
Everybody's going to be going, we want a picture of Kurt's legs.
We have asked. The crowd has asked.
But he wants money. Look at him.
We already have
a fundraiser.
We already have the fundraiser for the final dinner, and we can do the picture at the dinner with him standing over the turkey. It's just an idea. I'm just going to throw out ideas. I've got them all the time.
I wonder if there's a Thanksgiving song you can play on bagpipes.
I'll have to think about it.
I'm sure there is. Charlie Brown probably has one. He has one for every holiday.
All right, listen. You, my friend, are an absolute delight.
You are.
You get this. It's easy to connect with you. I think there's a lot with you and I that think a lot.
Yeah.
And you're probably like me. I get people all the time saying, could you just slow down? And the answer is...
Could you listen faster?
I try to slow down. I'm not very good at slowing down. So this you only get if you come in the tank.
I feel very honored.
And so
this is like the coolest thing I've won or given. But can I have my name ingrained on the side?
You can.
Like
I mean, I don't know how they did this. The gal.
Maybe I'll buy a sticker.
So the gal that does these is, I mentioned her, Cynthia Rachel.
Okay.
And she has a business. So she makes my cups for In the Tank, and she makes my cups for 93Q. And so I had her make a bunch of cups, and I gave them to the Brick to use as coffee cups, right? You know.
Yeah.
And then I gave them to Huckleberries. So there's a place on both sides of the river, right? And I have noticed some of my cups just seem to disappear.
I mean, they're kind of awesome.
So you don't.
I don't have to go steal one.
You
is what
were
you're
given
telling
a
me.
cup.
Are you saying I steal cups? Because I may. I do. Actually.
I'm going to your house and see if you got all those different cups hanging up there. I'll look for a 93Q cup.
I'll hide it before you come over. Oh, this is a good handle too. This is a good cup.
Yeah.
I'm just selling your advertising.
A lot of coffee.
It does.
So I appreciate Tara Art. She is the executive director. Did I get that right?
You did.
Of the United Way that has just a much broader scope of nonprofits and how the community, I just love this community helping each other. And she gets it. I didn't even realize, I just thought she'd lived here all her life. But she's actually, when you think about it, she's kind of new.
Yeah, I'm kind of a newbie.
But immediately embraced the whole nature of Yuba Sutter.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful community. How can you not embrace such a, I mean, I've lived in a lot of cities, mostly in California, and it's just a unique area that you just want to give back to.
So we don't care if people move here, bring money, bring a business.
Bring it
right?
with you.
Come
yes,
add
please.
to it, you know.
Please, and call me for your business. I've got a great spot for you.
Tara will take care of you. You need a building. Tara's your girl.
Yeah.
All right. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. And one of the comments could be, thank you, Kurt, for keeping fish on track. Thanks for watching In the Tank with Fish.